Imagine you're a huge fan of this one band, right? Maybe it's Taking Back Sunday, for example. I'm a huge fan of Taking Back Sunday. They've come out with a lot of really good albums, have some of my favorite songs that I just remember still to this day. I've collected a lot of their shirts throughout the years, but over time, there's been a lot of new bands that have come out and are all doing amazing worldwide tours. They're coming out with brand new songs that are all over Spotify and YouTube and the radio, if anyone even listens to that anymore. But the point that I'm kind of getting to here is that over time, that band that you've liked, Taking Back Sunday, which I still love, it just the attention that you give to that band kind of degrades over time. And although you still love that band, you gotta give the attention over to the newer bands that have been coming up and have been amazing at what they do. You see, lately, Disney's been really struggling. I do love going to Disney, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Disney fan. Ellie and I go almost every week for multiple times a week. But, it doesn't change the fact that Universal Studios have been doing an amazing job at what they've done with Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, the whole Harry Potter Wizarding World area in both parks. Volcano Bay is probably the best water park in Orlando. And now you have Epic Universe, which is coming up very, very soon. And it has already been leaving a mark here in Orlando and all theme park fans all around the nation. So we have now an opportunity for Disney to really show us that they care, that they are listening to what their fans want. And I hope and I do think that they will deliver here at this D23 Expo. So guys, before I go any further, my name is Brian. I run this channel alongside with my wife. We're a Orlando-based channel that really loves going to the theme parks. We want to show a lot of travel content. We have a baby on the way, so a lot of family content I'm sure is on the way. We do vlogs at the parks. We do a lot of really fun stuff, and this is a passion project. This is something that we're doing out of what we want in our hearts. And so if you find it in you to show us a little bit of support, if you're still watching, please like, subscribe, comment. I think that would mean a lot to us, guys. Also, do us a favor and check out the Epic Universe video that just came out. I'll drop that link up here. If you're on computer or on PC, you should be able to see it up there on the corner. And if you're on video, just hit our channel link and be able to find the Epic Universe Preview Center video. I think that would be really helpful in terms of looking at apples to oranges and understanding where one park and the progress that one park is making versus the other. All of the news that's going to be announced here at D23, I think, is something that's very important to that type of conversation. So with this video, really what I wanted to do is come up with a list of different types of predictions that I'm expecting for this year's D23. We're just literally a few days away. D23 is this week. A lot of the announcements will happen or have already happened at the time of you probably watching this video. But I wanted to drop down my predictions in terms of what I think will be coming. I do know that Disney has to deliver a lot of punches here to keep up with the advancement that Universal has been able to do around the state as well as around the industry itself. A lot of people are very high on Universal and what they're able to be doing at this point in terms of gathering as much hype as They have been. That's kind of what I really wanted to structure this video around. So I'm gonna start off with naming my first prediction here. And I have a list on my phone, so I'm just gonna be reading from it. Number 1, new attractions and rides. Obviously, there's a lot of really cool things in these parks, but I think there's a lot of room for improvement, whether that be refurbishments, whether that be brand new rides. I think anything right now would be welcomed. Now, refurbishments or rethemings of rides is one thing. I think that what we would really want as fans is brand new rides. Something that they really do focus on in terms of creating a brand new experience for all of us fans and for new fans as well. That would be my first prediction. I think that definitely is something that I'm sure all of us would expect. Number 2, and this one kind of goes alongside the first prediction, park expansions. I know that they've chatted a little bit about expanding the park in Magic Kingdom, Beyond Thunder Mountain. They've also talked a little bit about a potential Villains Land. I think that's definitely something that could be welcomed, and I'm sure a lot of us are expecting in this D23. Number 3, new park expansions, specifically the Animal Kingdom Tropical Americas expansion. I know that we got a little bit of news about this specifically in the last Disney Expo that happened just last year. I do expect a lot more news about that coming up. I do expect Dinosaur to be riding its last ride very, very soon. I think that that's definitely something that I would expect this D23. Number 4, Disneyland Forward project updates. Now, I know that there's been a little bit of talk about this. I don't know too much about it. I'm over here in Orlando, so I don't focus too much on Disneyland news. From what I understand, there's going to be a couple of different updates over there outlining the future development and possible expansion of the resort. I think might be something that would be included in that type of update as well. Number 5, Marvel and Star Wars updates. So everyone's really focusing on just the parks, right? The parks are the big money maker, and I do believe that they should be primarily focusing on the parks, but I don't think that that is the only thing that they should be focusing on. Disney needs to be focusing on gathering their reputation back up again when it comes to their own IP and the IP that they own as well. Marvel, Star Wars, some of the biggest franchises in Disney's library, and I think that, you know, they could be worked on a little bit. I, as a Star Wars fan, would love to see some new film. I would love to see some more stuff on the regular on Disney Plus. Boba Fett and The Mandalorian and Andor. These were all amazing series, and I hope that Disney can come back to that, seeing that they had at one point regular content that was coming out, and get back to that. I don't want to finish one Star Wars show and wait another year for the next Star Wars show that has nothing to do with the last one. I just really want a little bit more regular content, and I hope that that doesn't mean just one brand new show each and every month. Number 6, Disney Cruise Line news. I think that we're gonna see a lot of news coming from, you know, Disney Cruise Line, whether that be on their Treasure ship or whether that be on the new Destiny ship. They just announced the Destiny literally days ago from the recording of this video. A lot of what we should be expecting is news regarding the Destiny and maybe some of the destinations. I also do think that there will be a couple maybe other ships announced, which would be exciting. I know that they've talked about doing Asia and around Australia and things of this sort. I know that they have a European ship as well. I think it would be really interesting to hear a little bit about some of those experiences and how they could be well suited for a lot of the riders that would be coming from here in North America as well. Number 7 is more themed resorts and hotels. I think that, the hotels that have been around Disney World specifically are all amazing resorts, but I do think that there is a little bit more room for growth in terms of adding more options and more, up-to-date options as well. There's been a lot of renovations going on in these resorts that have been going on right now. There's also been a lot of expansions to resorts literally going on right now. I believe the Grand Floridian has one. The Polynesian also has an expansion as well, but it'd be really nice to see a brand new resort being introduced during D23 and seeing how that would fit in with the line of different resorts that they already have right now. Number 8, new nighttime experiences. This is something that has also been rumored around. Been watching a couple channels. I know that, Tim Tracker, or I think that Tracks podcast, the podcast that he's on, mentioned this. And there's been a couple other shows that I've watched that have also mentioned this type of prediction. And it's a specific prediction that they want to see a nighttime parade come back. I think Disney has been doing a really great job with the drone show that they have over at Disney Springs. So I think introducing maybe a mixture of both, as the drone show will be coming to an end at the end of this month, and introducing a nighttime parade alongside maybe the drone show is literally a part of that nighttime parade. I think that would be really, really awesome, and something that would be different. Something that's kind of like a breath of fresh air. Something that we could look forward to, and that would be, nostalgic as well. Number 9, I have Walt Disney World 5th Park, and that would be amazing, guys. If this actually happens, I would literally I would be so surprised and excited about the opportunity of Disney World really fighting for their spot at top dominance within the theme park world. This would be amazing, guys. I would be very, very excited about this, and I hope that it happens. I really do. Having said that, I do think that this is also a bold prediction. I don't know if it will happen, but I think it would be really, really cool if it did happen. I could see a lot of the things that have been rumored, maybe a Zootopia, maybe adding a Frozen Land, maybe adding a Villains Land as a part of that new park would be really cool. So I'm expecting, if this announcement were to be made, I think I would be expecting a couple of those things to be a part of this brand new park. And lastly, number 10. So number 10 is another bold prediction, and it actually has a little bit to do with my last prediction. Also has a little bit to do something completely different, and that's Epic Universe opening date announcement. I think that Universal is coming right out the gate, competing with Disney. They know that Disney is a top dog and they need to take them down. And so what Universal has been doing is doing a lot of these bold announcements about their brand new park, what these fans should be expecting of their park. And they've been taking a lot of the ideas that Disney fans have been wanting and asking for many years. It's like a Villains Land, and doing exactly that at their brand new park that they're just opening up here very shortly with Dark Universe. And so I think that they have been wanting to lure some of those fans over to Universal, and trust me guys, it's working. In order for Universal to continue to compete, they're gonna have to, compete, throw a couple low punches sometimes. And I think that having an announcement of their release day, especially during a D23 expo, where a lot of different folks are expecting a lot of brand new news from Disney and their parks, and having to announce that during all of that, it would be a mic dropper, guys. This would be humongous. And so I'm expecting something like this. Not sure if this would actually happen. I think it might happen. I I hope it does happen. I want both of these parks to compete. But we'll see what ends up happening. I think either way, it'll be exciting, and I don't think that Epic Universe's release day or opening day rather is that far away as we might think. So guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know that I can speak for Ellie. Thank you so much for watching. This is something that we've been doing as a passion project, like I mentioned earlier on in the video. Please, if you could, show us some love, show us some support. Please like, subscribe, share, comment on this video. This means a lot to us. We want to continue to do this, and a way to do that is by showing us your support and showing us that you enjoyed what you watched. Also, another thing that I'd like to share is that we are planning on a couple extra videos this week. Lately, we've been uploading maybe about 1 or 2 videos per week. This week is a little bit of an extra video week, so please expect a couple extra videos this week. We're gonna try our best to get you the content that you guys really want and have been asking for. It's always just fun being able to record these videos and edit them for you guys as well. Another thing as well to keep in mind is that we also do have other socials as well. So we have, you know, our TikTok that has been doing really well, and our Instagram. So please go on there, follow us on there. We post daily content on there. It would mean a lot to us if you give us a follow. We'll see what ends up happening with D23 and all of the announcements that are gonna go there. I think either way, whether my predictions were correct or not, I think that there are gonna be an amazing amount of announcements during this D23. I think that we're up for probably the best D23 yet, and we should be expecting a lot of news, maybe some news that we haven't been expecting even at all. Maybe it has nothing related to do with anything I just talked about earlier in the video. So it should be super exciting. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, please like, subscribe, share, comment. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye.